Yes, and we are back. We are now back, and you are still tuned in to The Move. And it is your girl, Keita Sweets. And it is an honor to be sitting here right now with the Grammy Award winning fanatic, like, I don't even know what to say.
Well, I'm happy to be here.
It's like, I think at this point I've got nervous.
Now you don't have to feel that way. We're all family here.
Yeah, and I got a little nervous.
This is Greensboro, so you know we're all family. We all see each other out and about in the community. So think of us as friends.
Right.
You know.
So I mean, you have a lot under your belt.
Oh.
I mean, just let the people know like how far back it goes.
Oh wow, yeah, we've been doing this for a while. You know, you're always moving forward all the time. You really have very little time to look at things in retrospect. And so when we do these interviews and we talk about that, it just makes I'm in awe of it myself. Like, how did we just keep going and keep going and keep going, you know, because the music business is very difficult, and you know there's a lot of hurdles. There are a lot of learning. There are a lot of learning periods that you go through in this business and trying to figure it out. And so a lot of times you get sidetracked, and a lot of people, they lose their passion for music and stop doing it. So one thing that I always stress is that if you always resort back to how you felt when you first started doing this, when you weren't making any money or having any success, and that should keep you going, you know, because the business, there's always going to be ups and downs. You're going to have success. You're going to have failures. You're going to have financial ups and downs. You're going to have people coming in and out of your camp. And but if you just always focus on being passionate about the music, you'll never, you know, lose sight of your dreams.
Right.
So I've been producing for a while now. Started off with the Busy Boys here in Greensboro, Payroll Records.
She has a poster at home, like right now to this day.
Well, we'll get ready because we got the reunion coming this year for homecoming.
See?
All of us are going to get back together, and we're going to celebrate that music and that great time period. We got a reunion show with Entice, Narbonne.
What?
The Busy Boys, Move Groove, Mixmaster D-Ski is going to be there. We're even going to get Capone to come out, and just Seven is going to come out as well. So just everybody that was a part of that movement and that great period of music here in Greensboro, we're going to come out and celebrate that night, homecoming weekend. So we got a reunion show, and we're also working on a documentary, because a lot of people don't really know what happened with the whole payroll movement. So we're going to talk about that as well and document it. So started out there, and then Eli Davis, my best friend, we like moved to New York City, and we just kept pursuing the music business. And since then, I've been able to produce records on Michael Jackson, Beyonce, Little Kim, Notorious B.I.G., Mace, Boyz II Men, Angie Stone, Anthony Hamilton, Raheem DeVaughn. So I've been producing for a while. It's like the song never dies for me.
Right.
And so now, you know, we're relaunching Six Borough Records, and we're gonna start putting out artists as well here locally. Again, just trying to find something eclectic and something different that you know, coincides with our brand, and we're going to put new music out. We also have this Culture Pushers movement that Eli and myself came back home and started. We moved back to Greensboro in January.
Okay.
And you know, it was just time. It was like everything that we had been searching for in New York and LA was here the whole time.
Okay.
And you know, for me, I'm a little slow when I get the information, so it was like, it just dawned on me one day that like everybody that blew up, they basically did it from their hometown. So it's like Cash Money did it from New Orleans, Nelly did it from St. Louis, Ludacris from Atlanta, Outkast from Atlanta, Paul Wall and them in Texas, Rick Ross in Florida. So I was like, you kind of need the support of the community. You kind of need your family and friends supporting you. And so we just thought it was time to come home and try to build a movement out here. And for some strange reason, the timing was just right because like Greensboro is going through this whole new renovation where they're trying to build up downtown and the music
Right.
scene and the entertainment and everything. And for us, we got in with a lot of the people downtown and just, we're asking them, like, how can we help? And they've been very receptive to working with us and the mayor and just like really trying to build the entertainment scene down there. And then doing that, we found that we were able to serve a greater purpose in the community as well, with not only educating them through our master classes, but also going back to our high schools and inspiring those kids to dream and helping them in their journey in music, as well as getting out in the community and doing things because we had the tornado thing that just happened.
Right.
And I've been here forever, and I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, it
So
was terrible.
yeah, it was really bad. So I was like, what can we do? And the first thing that we sat down with the culture pushers and we were brainstorming, and Brandon D was like, yo, we got to do a benefit concert. And I was like, let's go. So then I just rounded up all the local musicians and artists, and we just got together in LeBauer Park, and I worked with the city, and we put on this benefit concert and ended up raising $10,000 for the victims.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, just to see everybody come out and support, and it was just like an amazing thing. The Hamiltons performed, Vanessa Ferguson performed, Jay Timber performed. It was just like everybody came out. Abigail Dowd came out. Molly McGinn came out. Josh King came out. Uncle Jones Bones. It was just like an eclectic lineup of all different genres of music artists coming out and to do something to help out. And so we did that, and then after that we did a movie night. Because I was just thinking, like, just seeing on the news everything that everybody was going through, I was like, these people need relief. They need a break.
Right.
To, just take their mind off of everything that
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
going through. So I went and I spoke with the Four Seasons Grand, Matthew, over there, and I was just like, what can we do? And he said, let's collaborate on something. And, he said, what can we do? And I said, let's collaborate on something, and let's give them a night out. So we ended up they gave us a theater. We all watched the Avengers. Shelby J came out. She just got off tour in Australia, and she came through. She made a
Wow.
big donation and helped out with the refreshments, and we just went and had a good time and just got away from the madness for a couple of hours. So we did that, and also back to the benefit, we're actually putting together a benefit album where we're gonna all contribute records, and then we're gonna do one group song, that
Kinda
We Are
like
the
We're
World,
Yeah.
the We Are the World
Yeah.
moment. And for me, that's something that I've always dreamed about, and I've been waiting for that moment for a long time. And now this is the perfect time and the perfect cause to do it. It's like my hometown, so it's
right.
like it's perfect. So we're getting ready to dive into that and just really start getting everybody involved, because the culture pushers are all about collaborations. So our thing is to bring all the creatives together and do something amazing, because that's what we were about with Payroll. It was everybody coming together, because what was so unique about that situation is, like, you take the Busy Boys, for instance. Mixmaster D had his group of friends. Ski had his group of friends. Moving Groove had their group of friends.
Right.
Seven had his group of friends, and I had mine. And we all went to different high schools.
Right.
So, and of course, Narbonne and Tice, they had their own group of friends as well. But when we came to do concerts, everybody came in the
together.
room.
Yeah, came
So
together.
now, like, people that you didn't know are now being exposed to what you're doing, and you're being exposed to, what they're doing.
Right.
So it ended up building, this great network of friends that, all came in and support each other. So that happened first, and then working with Bad Boy, Puffy was all about collaborating. And, when I was producing records before I got there, I would produce the entire record. Working with him, it was like you would have 4 or 5 different co-writers on the record. You would make a beat. The next time you come to the studio, Mario Winans is in there programming on your song as well.
Wow.
So, it was just like a machine, and it was just like everybody was contributing to make this record.
Right.
And that's how they did all their projects over there. And that's when I also learned, like, yeah, it's all about teamwork because everybody specializes in something that they can bring to the table. And I think what happens with us a lot of times, we get in this place that we have to do everything. And if you look back in history, and you can go all the way back to the civil rights movement, to Obama being elected in office, anytime we all come together to do something, magical things happen.
Right.
And we succeed. So I'm trying to bring that aspect back here to Greensboro and get people to collaborate. So we're doing concerts and putting everybody together. We're doing events. We did a yoga event, just to get people in a place of wellness and health and all of that. Tomorrow, we're doing a bike ride through the city
Oh, wow.
with Lime bike ride. So I went and I saw these Lime bikes everywhere when I got out here, and I was like, Lime bike. I was like, yeah, we should do something. We should all do a ride through the city. And I've experienced that in LA, where you're just standing on the corner, and the next thing you know, 200 bikes come flying down the street at one time. And it's just like out of nowhere. So it's like an amazing experience to see it. So I went to Lime Bike and I spoke to them about doing it, and they were on board. So tomorrow at 3 o'clock, they're setting up 100 bikes at A&T. They're setting up 100 bikes at UNCG. And basically it's free. You go out there, you can ride the bikes, and we all are going to ride together to Elm Street, and then through Elm Street all the way down to Studio 503, where they're having their grand opening. And the Culture Pushers are doing a block party as the grand opening, and we got a bunch of artists performing. There'll be food trucks out there. It's just going to be like a really good time. But I just wanted people to all experience that ride.
Right.
So come out. It's free. We're gonna all just ride and have a good time, and then go have a block party and food and drink and everything like that. So it's gonna be cool.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
what we're doing. So just want to let everybody know we're down to collaborate on, with everybody out here in the community. Just come with unique experiences. That's all that we ask. I don't want to do anything that somebody else is already doing.
Right.
A lot of times we get stuck in that place of, oh, they're doing that. Oh, I can do it better, so I'm gonna do it. And,
Right.
And it's not, I like, take your time and think of something really unique that's gonna be an experience that's gonna make people want to come back and experience it again, or just you being known for doing, really creative events. And also too, collaborate with all of these sponsors that are out here, these corporate brands that are out here, because they're in our community, they're making millions of dollars in our community, so they have an obligation to collaborate with you and work with people in the community. So don't be afraid to approach them. Of course, you have to do it in a very professional manner, but don't be afraid to approach them and ask for their assistance, because they're here to help you. And that's how we ended up getting in with Wrangler to do our pop-up event with them. We just approached them, and we were just like, hey, we do music, you guys do clothing. Everybody knows that to build your brand now, you have to incorporate music and live events with everything that you're doing. And so they just happen to want to get into that space. But they weren't really sure how to do it locally. And we brought that element to them. So once we collaborated, the store was packed, we had great artists performing, and everybody came out and got a chance to experience their pop-up store. So like I said, they're out here. All you have to do is approach them in the right way and have the right conversation with them and do events with them, So
That's dope.
yeah, that's what we're doing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Join the movement.
Yeah. Culture Pushers. Go to the
Culture
Instagram
Pushers.
page, the Culture Pushers. Sign up. We always are posting things on there that we're doing. We always support everybody in what they're doing and repost everything that they're doing. So follow me first, Experience Fanatic, and then follow the Culture Pushers. And we got a lot of great things coming out in the next couple of months. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So outside of tomorrow event, what's the next?
The album. We're going to do the benefit album, and we're just going to start working with all the creatives, the videographers, the photographers, the producers, the writers, the recording artists, and we're all going to collectively do this great piece of work. Sonny Gravely is doing the artwork for the album cover, and it's just going to be a labor of love of everybody coming together to make this album. This album that's going to like go on after we're gone, and
Right.
people are going to talk about this moment, how the city and the creatives in the city came together to make this piece of art that was able to help the victims of the tornado. So just working on the album next is the next move for us. So
Right.
Yeah.
I'm excited
yes,
to hear it. It's like we are the
Yeah.
world. It's like,
I've been waiting for that my whole career, you know. But just waking up every day with just I'm so excited to be back here in my city. It's just like a great time that I'm always waking up with new ideas and I'm buzzing and everybody's just been very so welcoming and supportive of everything that we've been trying to do. So I just hope that we can continue to build on that, and I hope we can build our network so that the whole city is full of culture pushers. Because everybody out here to me are culture pushers. It's
Right.
no, it's like everybody is contributing something to the culture out here to build it. So we just want to all get into a positive space and help each other.
got you.
Yeah.
Got you. This is dope. I mean, it's mind blowing
Thank
to
you.
just be in the presence of like such a producer as yourself,
Oh,
and
thank you.
just the work and like what you're doing and coming back home and just not forgetting like where you came from.
Well, also
You know,
too, you get to a
like-
certain point in your career where things just start becoming about purpose more than
Mm-hmm.
anything. And for some reason, the light bulb went off when I came home, and like everything now that we do is dipped in purpose. It's all
Mm-hmm.
about purpose for us and helping people because, like I said, we lose so many artists because they lose their passion for music.
Mm-hmm.
And so our thing is to just try to help them figure it out in any way we can, whether it's putting them on stage, whether it's putting them on an album, whether it's just sitting
Mm-hmm.
down and talking to them. And so whatever we can do to help them, in their journey. So and also too with the photographers and videographers, also too, just getting them in the place of like, let's not keep nickel and diming each other for $100 here, $100 there.
Right.
I understand we all got bills,
Right.
but there's certain artists out here that I've noticed in the community that you can tell they kind of got something special about them and they're about to take off. There's a lot of artists out here that are just doing it trying to be famous and trying to be rich or whatever, but and which to me that doesn't last. But there are artists out here that you come across that you're like, they got it and they just need a little help to get there. So I tell all of these producers, photographers, videographers, like, work with these people. When you see somebody that has the potential to go to the top, align yourself with them so that when they go to the top, they're taking you with them. Because what ends up happening is you nickel and dime for $100 for a video, and then when they get on, they go get some video director that they don't even know from Adam,
Right.
and they give them the job. So you want to build and grow with them so that they're a part of your team. You guys start understanding each other's vision, and you start trusting them that they know what you're looking for, and it becomes a collaboration. Kind of like the way Hype Williams did with Puffy, and how they built that whole thing together, and
Right.
he went to the top. So I just encourage all photographers and videographers to get into that same space as well. It's like, the difference between those that are real and those that
Right.
are not, and you got to rock with them. Next up to me is the Hamiltons and Vanessa Ferguson are like right there. They're like seconds away from liftoff, and they put in the work. Their stage show is incredible. Jay Timber's stage show is incredible. They have like put years and years into perfecting their craft, performing live, and we know now that's where all the money is in doing shows.
Right.
It's not record sales anymore. So they are ready to go. They're going to be next. So if you have a chance to encounter them, connect with them, work with them, build with them, and grow with them so that when they do take that giant step, you're right there with them. And, you can go to the top with them. So I don't want to see the videographer that has been charging $100 for a music video and he's still here 30 years from now,
Right.
still trying to do the same thing. Like, you got to, it's levels to this. And you got to keep evolving. You got to keep growing. But you have to make strategic moves to align yourself with the right people that you feel like are going to, take off.
Got you. So, are you going to be like scouting any talent and
Always.
developing
Always.
any individuals? Do you have any like folks now that's under your wing that you?
There's an artist by the name of Jay Timber that I'm working with right now, and he plays all over downtown at different bars and stuff. And I'm just working on his record. I have my record that I'm working on.
Okay.
And so we got a bunch of records that we're gonna put out within the next 6 months of different artists. I got some rap artists that I'm working with. Kush Montanibus. I got Khalif that I'm working with. Omniscience. So I got other artists that I'm working with on the hip hop side as well. I also collaborate with Jay Blank on production. Jay Blank is he works with Seth Simmons. So Sway Royal is real dope. She's getting ready to come out. So it's a lot of different artists around here that I'm collaborating with on different levels and just trying to help them get to where they're going because I see potential in them to like really blow up. Another one is Sire. I've been working with him. So we just put him on a show and he killed it. So it's a lot of artists. OGB is somebody. I work with Calvin Phillips a lot. He shoots a lot of stuff for us. He's got a great eye and he's got an eye for talent. He's like an entrepreneur. He does everything. So yeah, we are in the community looking for acts. We're looking for diversity. It's not just hip hop and R&B. We're looking for pop, rock, everything. I consider myself a musical person, so I'm not just relegated to one genre of music. If you look at every icon, it's a fusion of something that they were doing.
Right.
And when you fuse things together, it brings everybody in the room. Like you can look at Michael Jackson, like. I don't know if Beat It was an R&B record, was it a pop record, was it a rock record? It was like everything in there, and we loved it. So I'm looking for artists that understand that and know how to do that and to, move around in different circles and be able to play to a wide audience of people and not just be relegated to R&B or just hip-hop, mainstream.
Right.
Yeah, we want that pop money.
Okay. We need all of that.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
All the coinages. All right. Well, at this point, I guess we need to go into a 2-minute, 1 minute, 5 minute. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna play a song real quick.
This is so dope.
Thank you.
He just tuned into Fanatic.
In my four-cornered room, lighting candles, trying to soothe this insane animal, too much to handle. Look at the channel, see all the scandals. Feel as if my spirit could easily dismantle.
Burlington, North Carolina, it's your boy Julian Great. I will be in y'all city Saturday, June the 2nd. Y'all make sure y'all be there early, cause it's going down at Club Red Velvet. Your boy Juby the Great. I will be in the building.
Going live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was trying to tune in on Facebook. I really just learned how to work it the right way.
I was getting ready to do it, and I was like, do I really know enough about this to actually try to execute this right now?
Yeah, I'm going to go back.
No.
I know. All right. Okay, so we're back. Sorry, I forgot about the other line.
Let me give a shout out to Josephus, too.
Yeah.
Poetry Cafe. Josephus just celebrated 10-year anniversary. Down at Triad Stage. Been doing it 10 years. I can't believe that. And I went to the show. The show was amazing. He's doing amazing stuff out here. He does a lot of things with the schools and just really helping kids find their way through expression. Helping kids find ways to express themselves through poetry. So I want to give him a shout out, man. He's about to have a seed, so he needs all the support he can get right now.
Oh, okay.
So, You know,
Well,
but that's
we'll
my
give him a
brother.
shout out.
Yeah.
And bless the new seed.
Yes. Definitely.
Yes, that's all right.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, as a producer, I mean, I'm sure you love what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Is at any moment do you look back and wish, like at some point working with an artist, you could have done some things differently or could have
Oh,
made,
definitely.
you know, some different decisions? I mean, because looking
course.
at your work, it's like, you know, Beyonce, Michael Jackson, Anthony Hamilton. It's like you have a, you know.
Well, the thing about it, when I was doing those records, I was just working off of instinct, desire, and passion. I didn't really know what I was doing business-wise, or didn't really know what I was doing as far as building a career at that time. It was just happening so fast. I wasn't really, you know, thinking about it until, you know, after I had come out of that moment. But other than that, just really just being tighter on my business. I had some incidents with the Fugees that I was a part of a big record that they did that, you know, I didn't, you know, get my proper credit on, as well as Aaliyah. And just really, the music business can be tough for, you know, somebody when you're coming from the South and you're just hungry for opportunity, and you know, you're just moving, so you don't really, you know, think about, you know, your business to that degree. So I always tell young people to just make sure your business is straight, because you can have some moments where you do something great and you don't get what you're supposed to get for it. So I learned that, but it wasn't that bad for me, because I felt like I had to go through all of that to get to this moment here, and to, you know, help people with that. So, you know, and most of those people that did those records, they took credit for those records. They I don't even think they're really in the business anymore. So, So, and if they are, they're not having the success that they once had or whatever. So that's another thing I just tell people is make sure you treat people right in the business, so that you don't have that reputation of taking advantage of people, because the business is very small. It's not as big as you think it is. And when you have a couple of those incidents, you start developing a reputation of taking advantage of people. And what ends up happening is you come across that artist that you really want to work with, and they go do some research and find out you got this shady background, or you had this experience with somebody that wasn't good, and all of a sudden the artist that you thought was going to change your life walks out the door on you. So I always tell people that treat people fair. You know, it's enough money to go around. You can't take advantage of people in this business, because it will come back and get you. And you know, it's so crazy, because I worked with everybody from Puffy to Vincent Herbert to all these different people, and they had all been taken advantage of in their careers. So a lot of, not saying them in general, but just a lot of people in the business, when you get taken advantage of like that, and then all of a sudden you get in a position, a lot of them resort to doing the exact same things because it was done to them. So I just try to tell people that, like, just remember how you felt when somebody took advantage of you in the music business, and think about that when you're working with other artists or new artists or whatever. Like, yeah, these producers are hungry and they really want to get on, but you know, you don't want to take advantage of them. You want to help them find their way. You want to give them an outlet. You don't want to take advantage of them and then they blow up and they end up resenting you because of, you know, what you did to them while they were trying to grow by stealing their publishing or whatever it is that you did. So yeah, so it can get kind of dark.
Wow, I believe it. Dark and messy.
Yeah, I mean, the music business is the devil's playground. You just gotta really have a really strong sense of your spirituality, and you have to have a really good support system around you of people that believe in you. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, at this point, I'm just looking for the movement. Just, I'm waiting on this good stuff. I'm really waiting on this We Are the World. I'm gonna just keep calling it the We Are the World.
Well, that's definitely that moment. It's
album,
gonna be good.
your album. So with your album, what's the expectations for that? Like, is it features and like what are you working on for your album?
It's a few different projects. I like to pattern my career at this point after someone like Jack White. So Jack White, he's the main guy in the White Stripes, and he has like 4 different bands that he's in. So he has a band with a girl, he has a solo record by himself, he has a band with some other guys. So all of these different bands that he has allows him to express himself musically in different genres or different vibes or whatever with the records. So I kind of do the same thing. So I have a hip-hop compilation album that I'm working on. It's kind of like a DJ Khaled record that I'm working with some hip-hop artists. I have a girl group called Peel that I'm working on with these 2 girls. It's more like pop and rock. I have my album that's, one of my albums is more blues-based, rock and roll type vibe. And I have another album that I'm working on that's like pop radio. This is straight pop. That I'm actually about to shoot a music video out here next 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Next 2 weeks out here, actually. Which they wanted me to shoot it in California. I was like, nah, I'm shoot this in my hometown.
Wow, that's what's up.
Yeah, so I
that's
can
what's
involve all my friends in it and everybody. Like that's like when you're a music artist, that's like always the dream to be able to shoot the video that you got everybody that you grew up with in your video, you know, that type of thing. So we're gonna shoot that out here. So those are the 4 projects that I'm working on, as well as the benefit record. So I'm always just trying to find creative outlets and different artists to work with. Sometimes I'll get down with an artist that, and I'm working with Jay Timber. I'm helping him with his album also too. But a lot of times, it's just more directing sometimes. Sometimes you find those artists, Jay Blank and Seth Simmons, like they know where they're going. They got a record called I'm Down that's hot right now. OGB has a hot record out. They all know where they're going. So it's more or less just like helping them decide what are the singles, or, you know, just helping them musically find their way and whatnot. So sometimes I'll actually get in there and make the music, and sometimes I'll just consult or executive produce, you know, that type of thing. So I actually got a session tonight that I'm going to working with it's a girl named Chloe out here that is really, really dope. Everybody knows her. Like, every time somebody says, "Are you looking for artists?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yo, it's this girl named Chloe." So she's buzzing out here. Brandon D is writing with her. He wrote the Hamiltones record, "Money Can't Buy You Love."
Oh, okay.
So he used to be an artist himself, but now he's writing songs and managing the Hamiltones. So he wrote that record. Rico Barrino's working on a new record. He's got something coming out. Just a lot of artists out here just working on dope records right now. So I'm really looking forward to the summer to hearing all these records coming out. Tigo B has records out. You know, it's gonna be a big summer for everybody out here. So and I haven't seen that type of energy out here in a long time. So I'm excited.
Right, right. Me too.
Yeah. Oh, shout out to Celia too. She's another creative person out here that I find inspiration in as well. So, you know, it's a lot of artists out here, and I feed off of all of them. So
that's good. Yeah. So when do you sleep? Do you take naps?
That's why I wear glasses.
Do you little cat naps?
It's very difficult because now I'm doing more of the business side with building the Culture Pushers movement, and, you know, just building with everybody downtown from Andy Zimmerman. We're doing things together, and you know, Zach Matthey and Greensboro Day School. Just working with all these different people. It's like you're doing that on the business side, and it doesn't give you as much time on the creative side to make music. So most of the time I'm making music at like 2 and 3 in the morning and staying up to 6. So, you know, I gotta find a balance, and that's why I need you guys' help too. Like in the community, like I need to help build the Culture Pushers team. We had a guy come on this week by the name of Chief that is working with us as an A&R on this project. Jalissa, Batteries Not Included, she's working with us doing some A&R. So I need help. Brian Lee is working with us, helping with some A&R. I definitely need... We need to build a team. So if you're out there and you want to be on the executive side and work with the Culture Pushers, definitely hit us up. Follow us, DM us, and just let us know, you know, what it is that you really do well, and come and be a part of what we're doing. You know, we definitely need a team of executives. I say, because everybody wants to be artists.
I say, let me clear my throat, because I can't sing, so you got to worry about me. so
we're looking for artists. I mean, we're looking for executives to build a team, marketing people. We're looking for A&Rs. Just you know, if you got a good eclectic ear and you can find that diamond in the rough that you're like, they got it. You need to work with them. You know, let me know. So we're just trying to build the whole team. So.
I say, I'm trying to sign myself up, okay? I'm trying to sign the team up.
Everybody is welcome.
We trying to join the movement.
Yeah, show us all the dope artists. We've been gone for 20 years. We're just coming back on the scene. So
Okay.
we don't know everything that's out here.
Right,
so
right.
You guys know who's been bubbling, so just let us know,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
That type of thing.
We've had a few to grace.
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
y'all got a platform, so they're definitely coming here.
Yeah,
So
we've had quite a
Yeah.
few that's that has it.
yeah. I need that it factor, that special
yeah,
thing
that
that
has it.
I can take in any arena, and just when they do their thing, everybody's gonna recognize their talent. That type of thing.
Yeah,
So,
we got a few. So you heard it right here. It's official. The Move, Key to Sweets. We have joined.
Everybody's
the
a culture
team.
pusher. Yeah, everybody's
The
down.
official culture pushers.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody, come join, DM,
Yeah.
whatever you need to do.
Hit
but,
me up.
Come,
I'm in the
come.
street every day. You can see me around. Just come up to me and have a conversation. You know, we're gonna actually start doing like meetups where we'll announce it. We're actually gonna build a membership around the Culture Pushers where we'll have meetups and we'll all sit down and talk about the music business, talk about ideas that you guys have, collaborations, all these different things, and help each other get to where we're trying to go. So
Oh yeah, that's dope.
yeah, we're in this together.
Yeah, count us in. We in there. Well, I mean, yeah, because it has been a pleasure.
Oh,
and I
thank
mean,
you.
I don't want to hold you up from your studio time.
It's all
and
good. It's all
yeah,
good. I'm wide awake. I'm glad we had this
production,
conversation.
and yeah, like this has been amazing. This is very dope. It's been an honor, a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, thank you.
Up
Thank you.
close and personal.
I'm glad Palmer approached me on the
What
street
I
that day. He just walked up to me and we just had a conversation, and then he was like, "Yo, you should come do our show," and didn't know that we were connected through Russell. So
Oh, yeah.
6 degrees of separation, and so I was like, "Oh, that's my people." He just did our shirts, so I was happy to come and be a part of this.
Yeah, this is dope. This is real dope. So I need y'all to just go check it out. Fanatic, producer, join the movement. Oh, just go ahead and plug your social media
Okay,
and everything
follow
and
me.
the event tomorrow.
Follow me on Experience Fanatic on Instagram. Follow the Culture Pushers on Instagram at the Culture Pushers, and everybody just let's just all get together and let's just take Greensburg to a whole nother level where this is that premier destination. Because we were trying to do this before with payroll, and now is the time to do it. We should have been ahead of the Philly movement, the Atlanta movement, all of those movements. We were doing that first, so now we have unfinished business. So now we gotta take this movement over the top, where all those record labels and film companies and all of them are looking here for talent to bring them to the forefront. So
All right.
there it
It
is.
has been dope. It has been a good night. Fanatic, y'all. In the
Hey.
building with your girl, Key to Sweets. It's the move. We'll catch y'all next week.
Hold up, laughter. Before I have to come after with a dope rhyme disaster. Lyrical lunatic, syllable